What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W. We're going to tackle question 34 of the third grade questions that North Carolina released this past year. We are being asked which expression can be used to find the missing number in this pattern. And we see a pattern of numbers. One of them in the middle here is blank, and we're going to try to figure out what exactly that could be using expressions, not necessarily finding the number. So to do well on a question like this, you're going to need to know how to find and use patterns and also what expressions are and how we use them. So we'll start with expressions. The idea of an expression is that it's another way of writing a number. So if I wanted to say 2 plus 4 and 6, these are both expressions. They happen to mean the same thing, we just use different numbers to say them. So we're going to use a similar idea in this pattern where we're going to have to find our pattern, exactly what our pattern is, and then we're going to have to figure out which of these expressions can help us get there. Now, whenever you have a pattern like this, and especially with the way that the people who made this question wrote it, we're going to have to find two patterns. They're going to be really similar, but it'll still be important for us to find both of them. We're going to find a left to right pattern and then a right to left pattern. So for my I'll start with my right to left pattern actually. They wrote this backwards to try to confuse you. But if you've been working on times tables, you might notice that these are all multiples of 9. If we skip count by 9s, it goes 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, something, 63, 72, 81. If you know what that number is right in the middle, fantastic. But if we're doing this in a way that just involves looking for a pattern, what that tells me is that as I go from right to left, I'm adding 9. Adding 9, adding 9, adding 9, adding 9. Forgive my horrible handwriting. So if I know my right to left pattern, now I can look for my left to right pattern. It's actually going to be just the opposite. If we went this way and added, if we go the other way, we need to subtract. So now we have two patterns, and we actually end up with two possible answers. From right to left, we could find 45 plus 9 to get this number in the middle here. But from left to right, we could also find 63 minus 9 to get that answer. So I'm just going to look for either one of these in my answer choices. 63 plus 9, I mean, it's close, but plus 9 is going the other way, and that would get us to a number that we already know, so it can't be A. For choice B, 45 minus 9, same idea, it's right next to it, but minus 9 takes us to the right to a number that we already know, so it can't be that. Choice C, 63 minus 15, I don't even see 15 on here. 15 just has no place in this problem, so it can't be that. Now, we think it's choice D, but let me just make sure. My two possible answers were 63 minus 9 or 45 plus 9, and 45 plus 9 matches choice D, so it looks like that's going to end up being my answer. Now again, this question is all about finding and using patterns. Don't be afraid to go left to right and right to left. I know that going right to left can be really weird, but sometimes it can be very helpful. And best of luck with this kind of question. It's a tricky one.